In this video, I'm going to share 8 key things startup founders have to include in any SBIR application in order to secure non-dilutive funding. I'm exposing all of my secrets of how I helped to secure over $15 million of non-dilutive funding through SBIR and STTR opportunities for my startup clients. Here, I'm going to share all my key strategies and insights of how you can craft a really compelling SBIR application that not only meets the federal agency's criteria, but also positions your innovation at the forefront of these critical funding opportunities. So make sure to stick around so that you'll have a shot of securing hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars for your startup. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Stacy Chin from KeeperEquity.co, and our mission is to help science and tech startups secure non-dilutive funding. We specialize in federal programs such as those from the SBIR and the STTR. So if you're interested in learning more about those programs, I'll leave a link in the description to another video below. Also, we help to advise other private and public companies, as well as NGOs, on their non-dilutive fundraising strategies by helping them to navigate the federal grants and contracting landscape. So if you've been following this channel, you'll know that the US SBIR and STTR programs are such vital funding opportunities to help science and tech startups secure non-dilutive funding. However, this process can be a complex and frustrating endeavor that requires just more than a good idea. The SBIR and STTR program across all federal agencies are crazy competitive, and founders can find it to be very daunting to go through the pages and pages and pages of requirements necessary to secure an award. The application process is so competitive that I tell clients to expect an 8 to 15% shot of securing one, especially the first time around. Therefore, understanding the key components and the must-haves you have to include in your application will be essential to increasing your competitive advantage and to secure an award. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the top 8 key essentials that you'll have to consider for any SBIR application. And by doing so, I hope that you founders will have the necessary knowledge and resources to help you effectively communicate your vision, justify your budget, and demonstrate your project's commercial viability to warrant for the hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, of non-dilutive funding. But before we get into it, I do have one favor to ask you. We've recently learned that over 90% of you guys as viewers do not subscribe to this channel, and that makes me kind of sad. So I'm setting a goal to get that down to 70%. So if you have found any of these tips or videos helpful in your non-dilutive fundraising journey, I would greatly appreciate it if you can like this video and subscribe to this channel, because it helps us out a lot. And in exchange, I promise that we'll continue to work hard to provide you founders with the necessary knowledge, insights, and resources to support you in your non-dilutive fundraising journey. So do we have a deal? If so, let's continue and jump right into it. So the first thing you'll have to include in any SBIR application is a discussion of the problem to be solved. Effectively communicating the problem is not just a mere component of any SBIR application. Here, founders have to be strategic in positioning the SBIR or STTR application for success by demonstrating the project's relevancy, feasibility, and potential to have a significant impact. And that means it is important for founders to articulate the problem they're trying to solve. And this clarity serves multiple purposes. First, it establishes the relevancy and urgency of the proposed research or innovation, setting up the stage for the potential impact you will have in this space if successful. Second, a well-defined problem statement demonstrates to the reviewer that the applicant has a deep understanding of the market need and the specific challenges within their domain. And this understanding is crucial in highlighting the project's potential for commercial success and societal benefits. And these are key criteria of any SBIR application. So when describing the problem, this section should provide a solid foundation for the rest of the application, guiding the development of the research methodology, objectives, and overall project plan. Now, the second key thing to include in any SBIR application is a thorough description of your innovation. Because by doing so, not only demonstrates the uniqueness of your approach, but it helps to differentiate yourself from existing solutions that don't really work well in the market. And this is vital in capturing the interest of the study review panel that are looking to fund projects with promising potential to offer advancements over current technologies or methodologies. Also, a well-defined innovation narrative is essential for highlighting the project's alignment to the SBIR's objectives and program requirements, which often emphasizes transformative and commercial research. So by providing a thorough description of your innovation, this will help you to establish a technical viability and the potential to scale a particular solution, which is critical to secure SBIR funding. Now, the third thing to include in any SBIR application is a thorough explanation of how your innovation or solution solve that particular problem you've already defined. In this type of paragraph, you want to include things to help bridge your innovation or solution to the problem at hand, because this connection is critical to establish your proposal's credibility, potential for impact, and alignment to that SBIR agency's funding objectives. This is a must-have in any SBIR application for several reasons. First, it establishes the practical application and the effectiveness of your proposed innovation, of how you plan to solve that particular problem, which reinforces the proposal's relevancy and feasibility. And this link is important to include in your narrative because this helps to support the thoroughness and depth of your proposed research efforts. Also, by explaining the connection between the problem and the solution at hand can help you to illustrate the potential impacts and outcomes if you are successful in your SBIR efforts. And finally, by bridging the gap between your innovation and the problem you're going to solve, will offer another testament to the founder's understanding of the market dynamics and customer needs. And this will help further strengthen your project's commercial viability. Now, the fourth thing you have to include in any SBIR application is a rigorous research and development or R&D strategy. And that's because a well-crafted R&D strategy demonstrates to the review panel that the founder has a clear, structured, and achievable plan for executing their project. It reflects their preparedness to address the potential challenges and to adapt to the ever-changing research conditions. And by including a well-defined R&D strategy in your SBIR application, this provides a framework to help the reviewers evaluate the project's success by offering them measurable milestones and deliverables you plan to achieve if you were to receive the funding. And this helps to reassure the funding agency that you're going to use their resources effectively, which would increase the likelihood of overcoming your technical hurdles and becoming successful within your SBIR efforts. And for these reasons, including a robust and rigorous R&D strategy is a critical must-have for any SBIR application. The fifth thing you have to include in any SBIR application is a strong team with complementary technical expertise. In an SBIR application, the spotlight on the team's technical powers and collaborative spirit is critical. This isn't just a small detail to overlook. Rather, having a strong team can be a make it or break it point as to whether or not your SBIR proposal gets funded or not. A team with strong technical capabilities helps to demonstrate to their viewers that you have all the deep expertise and resources needed to overcome your technical hurdles, and that will lead to an SBIR success. So it is critical in your SBIR application to show that you have a highly skilled and dynamic team members that are willing to support you in your SBIR efforts to make your innovation a commercial success. The sixth thing to include in any SBIR application is a list of your facilities, equipment, and resources that you have access to in order to complete the proposal objectives. And this is critical to present to the reviewers that your project is feasible and you have all the operations ready to go. And now you just need the SBIR funding. When reviewers are looking at your application, they are evaluating whether or not you have all the necessary infrastructure to successfully execute your proposed project. And by having all the necessary equipment, facilities, and resources laid out in your SBIR application, this demonstrates to the reviewers that of the technical viability and professionalism that you're ready to go to carry out your proposed project within the timeline and budget constraints. And so this is a critical must-have in any SBIR application to demonstrate to the agency and reviewers that you have the credibility, you're ready to pursue your R&D efforts, and that you're ready to turn your innovation into a reality by using the SBIR funds. Now, the seventh thing to include in any SBIR application is a budget and budget justification. Having a well thought out detailed budget and a complementary budget justification document will tell the reviewers that the founder or PI understands all the resources necessary and the financial needs to get all the resources required for a successful SBIR completion. And by preparing a budget justification to complement your budget adds further transparency by showing how each cost contributes to the project's objectives. And this helps to justify that the proposed funding you included in an SBIR application is necessary and properly aligned to your objective goals. So whether you're going for a phase 1, a phase 2, a direct to phase 2, or a fast track SBIR application for the NSF or NIH, make sure you check out our website at keepyorequity.co, where we have a bunch of easy to use templates to help you plan for your budgets, along with instructions how to go about your budget justification to make this a seemingly easy process. And finally, the eighth thing you have to include in any SBIR application is the letters of support. Although most federal agencies don't require letters of support to be a mandatory component to any SBIR application, I found it to be very challenging to get an application awarded without these letters from my experience. So in my opinion, I would consider including letters of support as a mandatory thing anyone should consider when pursuing an SBIR application. And by incorporating these letters, this is a fantastic way to bolster your proposal's credibility and to justify the need for your innovation in today's market. And you can include letters of support from industry leaders, academic collaborators, key opinion leaders or KOLs, or potential customers to provide evidence of the confidence and recognition of your project's relevancy and its potential for commercial success. By including these letters of support in your SBIR application is a great way to signify the broader engagement that you plan to have if you're successful, as well as to validate the innovation's viability to show the reviewers that you are already working on forming partnerships and customer engagements within your network. We have lots of great examples and templates of how you can prepare your letters of support on our website as well at keepyourequity.co, so make sure to check it out. So with that, thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I hope you found these tips helpful to understand the key essential components and must-haves to include in any SBIR application. Make sure to leave a comment below if I've missed anything, should include any other key components within any SBIR application. And if you haven't done so, I would greatly appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe to the channel. And make sure to check out our website at keepyourequity.co, where you find lots of other resources, templates, and advice, and even courses to support you in your non-dilutive fundraising journey. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in a video very soon.